I feel such bliss.
Glad I could help.
My new mission in life is to seek out those less fortunate than I and symbolically offer my worldly goods to them.
Sounds like a plan.
Rex, you are traveling on a higher spiritual plane than most.
Thanks.
If you're interested, I lead a very peaceful sunrise meditation where we chant the Tupac Hang. It's followed by tea.
I'll check my calendar. Well, it was nice bumping into you, too. Color is really flattering on you.
That meddling little bastard.
Dorian, why are you so upset?
That Zen Center was really close to my heart.
Your ego is pulling you back to your old self, the Dorian that hides the truth. I want you to tell me what I already know.
What do you mean, tell you what you already know?
The real reason Rex upset you. He hurt Adriana.
Yes, that's right. He broke my Adriana's heart so badly that she had to go running away in order to mend her broken heart. And I will never forgive Rex for that. In fact, I ate his guts. I mean to say that I'm channeling a lot of negative energy about him.
We have much work to do.
So close, and yet so far.
Why didn't you tell me?
I was about to.
You actually paid this guy money.
Yeah, look, he was working here before I bought the place.
Why didn't you just fire him?
He does his job, right? Forget about that. How's your hand?
I don't feel it. I don't feel much.
That's not good, Cole.
Really? Why not? I mean, you run a business that's all about that, don't you? I mean, don't people come here and drink till they're numb? Isn't that the point?
Look, Natalie, I am not the enemy here, okay? I love Bree and Chloe as much as you do.
I know.
But they're not our children. They're Jessica's.
Could you do me a favor and not treat me like a patient at St. Anne's? I know they're not our children. I'm not trying to steal them.
I'm not saying that.
I'm protecting them.
For how long?
For as long as it takes. I mean, Jared, I would love to move out of here and get our own place. I mean, that'd be great. But if I left and something happened to Bree and Chloe, I would never forgive myself, and neither would you.
Oh my God. She looks so different. I mean, she's holding her head up now and she seems so focused.
Well, darling, they change a lot in the first year, you know.
I miss so much. You know, I was hoping that she'd look like Nash a little more, but the good news is you look a little bit like your grandma.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely I do.
How are you feeling, Jessica?
Calm, happy. I feel like a whole person now.
Any feeling that Tess or Bess are trying to get out?
No, just me and this beautiful baby girl.
Do you understand whose baby she is?
Yeah, of course I do. She's mine.
Any other thoughts or feelings about that?
Just that I love this little girl since the moment I saw her. When I came to the cottage and felt her tiny little heartbeat with mine.
And when you gave birth to her, how did you feel?
I don't know. And I'm not sure of anything that happened last summer.
Sweetheart, would you excuse us just for a moment? Yeah. Dr. Levin, can I talk to you in the hallway? Is it all right?
Yeah, sure.
There's something seriously wrong here. Jessica just said she does not remember the baby's birth or anything about last summer.
Oh, well, Tess and Bess were in control at that point.
But how could she be integrated unless she has her older's memories?
Well, it doesn't always unfold that way.
It did in my case. And my older's memories were overwhelming, to say the least.
Well, there's a process called regression in support of the ego. Sometimes a patient will take a brief step away from recovery as a kind of protective instinct. I think Jessica's memories will return as soon as she settles in, feels safe.
I hope you're right. I mean, I would obviously like to believe that the worst is behind her. I just find the fact that she doesn't even remember the baby's birth very discouraging.
I understand. It's a difficult process for everyone involved.
Well, what about the children? Are they going to be safe with her?
When I hypnotized her, I asked to speak to Tess and Bess. There was no sign of either of them. All this is very, very positive. She's come a long way.
And you really think she can come home?
As long as she continues with strict outpatient care.
Oh, of course, yeah. Well, that's wonderful.
Good, I'll have them get the papers together.
Thank you.
Starr, I'm gonna tell you something else your father did. He told me not to cross-examine you. No, I lie. He didn't tell me not to cross-examine you. He forbid me from cross-examining you. He would rather spend the rest of his life in prison than see you suffer for one more moment.
You're not answering my question. Do you think he'll try to kill himself again?
I wish I could answer that.
You just did.
Starr, I'm trying to be there for your father, but it's not my forgiveness that he wants.
Well, I don't know what to do.
I know you don't. I know that you love him, but he doesn't always make it easy, does he?
No, he doesn't, because he does terrible things to people.
Yes, he does. And then he does something so beautiful and loving, and it makes you think about what he could be. Maybe that's why I'm fighting so hard for him. I want him to have another chance. Look, I'm his lawyer. I shouldn't even be here right now. But I'm also your friend, Starr. And keeping this from you would have felt wrong. I wanted you to know everything before you go into that courtroom again tomorrow. I do love you. I hope you know that.
Thank you.
Jared was right on the money. I got there just in time.
Really?
Dorian was a second away from getting David to sign away his fortune.
So he doesn't have a clue?
Nope. I don't know what's happened to the guy. He used to be the king of con artists.
You know, hopefully people are coming here because, you know, they want to have a good time.
And drink.
Doesn't mean they want to get numb.
Yeah, whatever.
Sit down. Sit down. Let's get you something to eat, all right? Send the waitress over.
Come on, Langston. Langston! Come on.